I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Bazzano, along with my brother Joe Bazzano, Josh Reese, and Aaron Rosa.
Gang's all here.
This might be the biggest Hollywood Hogwash podcast of all time because it's Deadpool and Wolverine week. I'm still
out of breath.
Yeah, I know, really.
I've had that damn Madonna song stuck in my head all weekend.
100%.
I've had That's the Power of Love in my head.
I just want to make sure you're all fluided up, because I'm sure you've lost a lot of fluid over the past couple days.
Oh, absolutely.
Watching Deadpool twice.
Yep.
I'm sure you've busted plenty of nuts. So I just want to make sure you're lubricated and you're going to be able to do the podcast 100%.
I got water.
All right.
It's only like half a bottle. Might not be enough. We'll see. Yeah.
Wow.
What a fucking movie.
This was just amazing. And it was like, I felt like we talked about after the movie, but aside from Endgame, this has to be the biggest fan service movie like ever.
Right.
It maybe ever.
Yes.
It's just crazy. I loved every fucking second.
Yes. That's all you want from a movie like this.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many things to say, but really the thing to say is you could see the movie was really made with love.
Yeah.
Like they gave a shit and they wanted to really make us happy.
Yes. I've seen the movie twice, Thursday and Saturday, and I still am having trouble decide what what's my favorite part from the movie, like my favorite moment or anything. Like usually when I see a movie that I love so much, I have a favorite moment, but I still can't really decide. I feel like I have to see it another time.
When we're done going through it, we've got to all say what our favorite pop was of the movie.
Yeah,
our
sure.
biggest pop.
Again, I still
think I
don't
know
know.
mine.
I have like a few moments, but
I screamed it out in the theater, so I think you know what mine is.
yeah. But wow, what a movie. It's funny, like I haven't been this hyped for a film since Spider-Man No Way Home. And like the thing is, if you listened to our review or watched our review of Spider-Man No Way Home, like I was disappointed with it. So like to me, I was very worried about Deadpool and Wolverine because of that. Like I was like, I don't know if this is gonna live up to my expectations, But it did. Like, so,
Not only
they fucking hit
that,
a home
I mean,
run.
like the multiverse has just been so fucked of late.
Yeah.
I mean, Quantum Mania had to have been one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
I mean, and it's just been really bad. But this movie, like they had said leading up into it, was gonna reset. And it was really, exactly what was promised.
Yeah,
we got what was promised.
You could argue they haven't made a good film since Endgame. That's 2019. Like I personally like Thor: Love and Thunder. Like it wasn't the most amazing movie ever, but I mean, yeah, you have the Marvels, which I didn't even see. Not to mention the TV shows, Secret Invasion, She-Hulk. I mean, it's been bad.
The TV shows have been striking out. I like No Way Home. I did. Doctor Strange, good and bad.
Yeah, that was fine.
Not horrible.
Loki season 2 was obviously really good.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they've mostly been misses.
My biggest problem with these movies is the multiverse not having any finality. You could literally do anything.
Yeah.
Deaths and things that happen can just be undone. I don't like that, but I liked how this movie kind of treated the multiverse. And I feel like they did kind of start steering the ship a little bit better.
Yeah.
In that whole kind of part
and a Deadpool movie like this, you don't really need to think, and that's a good thing.
Sure.
You need movies like this where, like, people were complaining, like, well, there's no plot, and it's like, yeah, I don't really care. Like, there's not much of a plot in this movie. It's mostly just, Deadpool and Wolverine's characters. How are they going to interact? What are they going to do? And I like movies more that way anyway, that are character driven versus plot driven.
I'm not sure about you guys, but I think the last movie that I popped this hard, multiple points in the movie, probably Days of Future Past, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's probably Endgame. I would imagine,
Sure.
like for a superhero film at least.
They gave us just so many moments that we've been waiting on. It was almost, look, Endgame, it was just the perfect wrap up to the entire
Yeah.
what was it, 12-year run or 20-year run, whatever it was. You know what I mean? It was just so great how they wrapped everything up and all the things around Captain America and picking up the hammer and saying assemble, and you had all these surprises and everyone's great. And I just, to me, it was it's almost like one of those things like, okay, we're going into more Avengers movies.
Yeah.
How are we going to do this? How are we going to keep it fresh? How are we going to make sure it's as good? It has to be as good.
Yes.
Otherwise it's a waste of time. We're going to go into Comic-Con stuff
Right.
that we found out. Great news all across the
Unbelievable.
board.
Of course.
Yeah.
Where they're just bringing everybody back that made Endgame and Infinity War and that whole saga so special. So
Yeah.
very excited about that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it certainly felt like watching like an Endgame level film on Thursday. It's funny because Aaron and I saw it again on Saturday, and thank God we saw it Thursday night because the Saturday crowd is just not the same. Like they were dead. I mean, like
dead.
all the awesome cameos from the movie, like this was the reaction in the crowd, like just
Really?
like nothing.
That's insane.
So Andrew's talked a bunch about how he loves watching people react to scenes.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking forward to Saturday. It was like, oh, I can't wait until this reaction and that reaction and this pop. Nobody popped at anything.
But it's funny
Silence.
because
Was it packed? Was the theater pretty packed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this for Endgame as well because we saw Endgame Thursday opening night, and then I saw it again like either Saturday or Sunday, and it was the same thing. Like Captain America gets the hammer, and then it's just like,
I was crickets.
like, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
I saw No Way Home a second time with a different group of people, and same exact thing.
Yeah.
Silence, and this was 3 days later, I think, or 2 days
yeah,
later, and like not even for the Spider-Man
Yeah, I know.
cameos.
Yeah.
You're like, did you guys? Should we rewind that?
you guys miss it?
Did you guys not see what just happened? It was crazy.
The super fans that really react go Thursday.
They go Thursday,
Right.
You
Well,
know?
you might have just got a bad crew. Might have got
But
a
that's
bad
but
crew.
again, that's usually been the case.
Yeah.
With seeing it Saturday versus Thursday, but thank God we saw it Thursday because we were gonna originally wait till Friday because of the podcast, but then it was like we don't want to miss spoilers. Yeah,
I saw so much stuff Friday morning.
right.
Oh my God. Comic-Con started spoiling stuff.
I know.
Just bringing people on stage. You're like, hold on a minute. It's only been like 24 hours since this movie's been out.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, all right, we're gonna recap Deadpool and Wolverine in full detail. But before we get to the news and rumors, we got to thank a couple new patrons. So thank you to Paul Kane and Mike Byers, especially because he did a year sub.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
And this is actually a new thing at patreon.com/HollywoodHogwash. We now have year subs. They are available. So go ahead and jump on that.
Wow.
If you want.
They can't be very expensive.
No,
It's got to be a great deal.
absolutely.
So,
it is.
yeah, go
And
and
is
get
that
that.
our first year sub ever? It has to be,
on
right?
Hollywood Hogwash. Yeah, because it's
Wow.
brand new.
So he popped,
Like,
he popped our cherry.
Yes, this just
Wow.
recently became available for the Hollywood Hogwash Patreon. So yes, go to patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. We just finished watching season 4 of The Boys. What a fucking show that was. Thankfully, we've been watching a lot of good shit lately.
Yeah.
You know, we're currently trying to figure out what to do next. We might do X-Men 97. It certainly seems like it's headed that way.
House of Dragons.
A lot of the fans want us to do that. It will not be House of the Dragon. If Joe and Josh want to do that podcast, you guys can. I don't mind. You guys come here, do it. I'll upload it. I'm 100% serious. I just can't
Joe and
watch that
Josh
show
podcast?
again. I just can't do it. I'm just not into it. It's just not me. It's just not for me, you know? So to each his own. But yeah, patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. All right, let's get to the news and rumors. This is insane because
Oh my God.
both
So
of
much.
these things, these were rumors on the internet, and one seemed likely because we saw the rumors that, oh, look, the Russo brothers,
Yes.
looks like they're returning to direct the next 2 Avengers films. Then there was another rumor the last few weeks that it really just seemed like a fan put it out there, and it was just like, oh, that's just some lunatic, fan rumor that someone created. It's clearly not going to happen because that's just insane. So at Comic-Con, this was Saturday night.
Yeah.
It was funny, like, I saw this on my phone, like, right after Aaron and I got out of Deadpool and Wolverine. But at Comic-Con, Marvel confirmed that the Russo brothers would be returning to write and direct the next 2 Avengers films. The Russos then took the stage to announce that the next Avengers film will be called Avengers Doomsday, with Doctor Doom as the villain.
I love how they the way they did it. They're like, well, definitely, here's the Avengers.
Yes.
We're doing Secret Wars, just like you guys thought.
Yeah.
But before we can tell that story,
Yes.
because we all thought Secret Wars was the next Avengers film,
Right.
we have to bring you a story before that. Mm-hmm. And then,
So then a bunch of people in Doctor Doom costumes came out,
Yep.
and one took center stage. Everyone's like, oh my God, who's it going to be? One dumb fuck yelled out Jared Leto, and it was like, could you imagine if Morbius was Doctor Doom? Hilarious.
Cancel the movie now.
hold on, if he had never been Morbius, I'd be okay. I love Jared Leto, great actor.
Sure.
But the fact that he's already kind of in this universe,
Yes.
nope, can't do it.
Center stage rips off the mask. It's Robert Downey Jr.
Doing his Iron Man pose. What the fuck?
I do have to press another button.
Look,
What the fuck? Like, I get it. He's great. I want more of him in my life. I want more of him in Marvel. But,
we've all been saying this since he died. They've been missing him. They have not been able to replace him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Tom Holland's great as Spider-Man, don't get me wrong, but he's not Robert Downey Jr. He's not that level of actor. No one in the MCU is on the level of Robert Downey Jr. So you either have to get someone like him, you need like a Leonardo DiCaprio, like you need one of the top 5 actors to be able to replace Robert Downey Jr., and clearly they can't. Everyone's been begging for him to return. I am completely fine with this. Completely.
he's not going to be the main Doom guy, is he?
Yes.
No, I don't
Yes.
think so.
Oh, absolutely.
Joe.
You can't do this and then there's really some other guy that's Doctor Doom.
Joe.
What
How
is
is
this,
he-
Iron Man 3?
How is he Doctor Doom? That doesn't make
No,
any
Joe,
sense.
Joe, listen.
What? Tell me,
Obviously,
please.
this is probably going to take place in the multiverse.
Obviously.
This is going to be a different version of Tony Stark. But just imagine he crosses over into the Avengers timeline. They end up taking off his mask and they go, Stark?
Yeah.
And he's like,
So he's
"Who's
playing
Stark?"
Tony Stark?
Yes, he has to.
So Tony
He can't
Stark
be-
will be
he's
Doctor Doom.
I think he's Doctor Doom, just
No.
a different version.
No, he will be an evil Tony Stark.
He's going to be Stark because we have comics precedent for this.
Yeah.
Tony Stark in the comics has turned into Doctor Doom at some point, and Doom has turned into Iron Man at some point. So we have precedent for this.
Almost everything has happened in
Sure.
80 years of comic books at this point.
Again, you could do anything in the multiverse.
Yeah.
But I think this will be great because you know what it's going to lead to.
Yes.
You know what it's going to lead to. They're going to get
Face
another
turn.
fucking
Face-
Iron.
face turn.
It's
Face
funny.
turn.
That's what I originally thought too. But then Aaron and I were talking it over. Like, if knowing the Russos, their villains have to kill some people. So like, you know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be a Loki situation where he's going to kill some superheroes, he's going to kill some Avengers, then be like, you know what? Never mind. I'm a good guy now. Like everything's okay. So knowing the Russos, he's going to have to Thanos a few people. And like, what if this is their way to apologize to us for the last 5 years and Doctor Doom kills off all the shitty MCU heroes that everyone hates? Captain Marvel,
No.
Miss Marvel,
No.
The Eternals,
You're dreaming.
She-Hulk,
Yes, you're dreaming.
Smart Hulk, kill him off, bring back regular Hulk, you know?
Well, I
We
think
would
that's
love
going to
that.
happen anyway for World Breaker Hulk.
That would be amazing.
You're dreaming, but
And that would be his face turn, killing off all of those shitty fucking heroes.
so we're gonna cheer Doom murdering people.
Not only
Oh
that,
my God, if he kills She-Hulk, I will bust so many nuts.
not only that, just imagine killing Tony Stark, Doctor Doom again.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it would lead to them getting another Tony Stark. You know what I mean? Then it's face Tony Stark versus evil Tony
I thought
Stark.
you were gonna say is you have a different Iron Man, right? Like a non Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man,
Well,
and Doom
that's-
kills him.
Maybe
fucking murders him
Well, there's
immediately.
also Iron.
That'd be cool.
There's also Iron Heart, right? Yeah, so maybe he kills her.
Add her to that list.
Yeah, right.
So he comes out and he says, "New mask, same task." I like playing complicated characters.
Yeah, right.
And you're like, yeah, true.
And then I saw a tweet that said, "Oh man, I can't wait for Chris Evans to play Magneto."
Right. I mean, sure.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Right?
I'm glad Robert Downey Jr.'s back. You know, like it's. Endgame is so amazing, and I'd hate to undo what they did there, but I don't think they're gonna really undo it because I think that Tony Stark is gonna stay dead. But still, by doing this, you are undoing it in a way because it's the multiverse, and you get, oh no, it's just a variant. You know, like, right? You could argue that that's lazy, but
Hey,
when you can't replace a guy, I'm sorry.
They did the same thing with Hugh Jackman. You know, we thought it was over,
Right.
but they pulled him back in. And God damn it, I never want him to leave my side again.
After watching Deadpool and Wolverine, don't you think that they're going to have a key, like they're going to be the key characters of this new, these new Avengers movies?
I hope so.
They have to be, right?
But I don't know if they're going to be thinking about it. I don't think they're going to be like necessarily the main one because clearly the Avengers movies are going to be rated PG-13. Can Deadpool carry a movie that's not rated R?
He can. I think Ryan Reynolds can.
Yeah, but we wouldn't really, you know, be like, it's missing something, and
He's
we know
have to
what.
fuck every 3 seconds to be funny.
No, but there's blood, there's gore, come on.
Joe,
That's this whole movie, Deadpool Wolverine.
I've got a theory on this that I'll go into after we go through the movie.
Cool.
But I hope so. I mean, certainly the end of Deadpool and Wolverine makes it seem like they're sticking around.
You need your anchor characters.
Yeah.
As we'll talk about in this movie.
Right.
And
Anchor beings.
Anchor beings.
Yeah.
And I think Iron Man and Captain America were the two anchors in this whole thing leading up to Endgame. And they had the two biggest roles in the movie. So who's carrying that torch into these movies? So far, it's these two. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's not going to be the new Captain America. I wish it's Hulk. I wish they develop a better Hulk and let him destroy Doom. Because I'm a big Hulk guy.
They'd have to be a better actor than Mark Ruffalo.
Well, if he's the Hulk, you know, it's more CGI at that point.
Harrison Ford.
Maybe.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
So we'll see. Yeah.
The only thing I have, other thing I have from Comic-Con, I don't even know if this was Comic-Con, but Prime Video announced the new Boys spinoff. It's in development called Vought Rising. It will star Soldier Boy and Stormfront, and it'll take place in New York in the 1950s.
Yeah.
So look, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
Why
it.
wouldn't we be?
Not only that, this week I also saw that there's going to be a boys, not a boys, but I guess like a boys Mexico.
Yes.
So I'm like, that sounds fucking amazing too.
Sure, anything, boys. Just
Yeah,
don't.
it sounds like
Just
this,
don't Walking Dead this idea in this show.
But
That's true.
With the Mexico one, they basically said it's going to be its own thing. Like
Right.
they said that there will be some references to the main story, but for the most part, it's going to be separate. It's not going to be connected like Gen V.
But that sounds like a good thing. Like it's going to be telling its own little drama.
Right. But we'll see. It might. I don't know. We don't know yet if it's going to be all in Spanish or what's the deal with that. You know.
yeah.
But yeah.
Some other things coming out of Comic-Con. They showed some Fantastic Four footage.
Yes.
They announced it's going to be set in 1960s New York.
And that again was another rumor that was confirmed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're going to be heading, like they showed footage of them, like him teaching, which is fantastic, and then them heading to space. And then you see Galactus as a giant for a second, which is like, okay, awesome.
Right.
It's not something stupid.
Of course. Well, they can't. This is the third chance. They can't fuck it up this time.
Right. And then
we
they
made him a cloud.
And they flew a fantastic car like into the theater and over the crowd. I couldn't see wires. I was like, I don't know how cool they made this look in person.
Did they confirm? Because it's got to be an alternate universe. You know what I mean? Because you have to argue that, like, why have they not mentioned the Fantastic Four in any of these movies, even if it did take place in the 60s?
That's the multiverse.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's also not going to be an origin story. This is gonna start like right after they just got their powers.
Yeah.
And apparently they confirmed they're going to be in both the upcoming Avengers movies too.
Right.
Yeah, everyone in these movies I'm going to talk about right now will be in the new Avengers movies. So the next was Brave New World. You know, with Giancarlo officially being Sidewinder from the Serpent Society, because like he announced it on stage, that might kill Seth Rollins' scenes.
Oh, they've already said that.
Yeah.
His scenes got cut.
That they're gone.
Yeah.
I think it kind of all but confirms it now.
Right.
Unfortunately, since we're wrestling fans, Thunderbolts, the asterisk at the end of the title, they still won't tell us that it means something big, but they won't tell us what it is.
Well, it's funny. So Aaron was telling me, I mean, if you want to go ahead and say it, go ahead.
Well, it's not really much. It's just, I mean, who's Red Hulk but Thunderbolt?
Right.
And then we've got this team, the Thunderbolts asterisk. That can't be a coincidence. There's got to be some kind of connection there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe it's his team, right?
'Cause in the
they're
comics-
named after him.
Because in the comics, Red Hulk was in the Thunderbolts.
No, of course, but I mean, you could still do that without having an asterisk. I don't know.
Sure.
I guess I don't know. It's interesting. I like that they did that. I like that they put some mystery around it.
As we saw, did you see the videos or photos of Harrison Ford pretending to Hulk out at
Yeah.
Comic-Con?
Yeah.
And then I saw someone say like, "This motherfucker will have fun with everything except Star Wars." Like, you know, like he always,
Well, it
he always
sucks the life
hates
out of him.
being associated with Star Wars, but it's like, oh, Hulk, brah, 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 brah.
Right.
I think they also said that Florence Pugh is going to be kind of the lead of Thunderbolts. She's
Sure,
gonna
that
be
Well,
makes sense.
she's the star.
She's the
Sure.
biggest
Yes,
star.
please.
Out
She's
of
the
all
best
of them.
character.
By the way, I
Bishop.
forgot to mention this earlier, but how much do you think they paid Robert Downey Jr. to come back? Like $1 billion? Hey, for the rest of your life, here's $1 billion. Just be here for the rest of your
A
life.
cut of the franchise.
Well, he already had that.
10% of the gross.
He already had a percentage for the last 2 Avengers films. But I mean, like, what?
All the money.
What did? Yeah.
All of it.
I mean, really.
He sits on the board of Disney. They gave him the Rock contract that WWE did.
right.
You sit on the board. Here's 50 million shares.
Yeah.
You're succeeding Bob Iger.
Yes.
Yeah, right. I mean, how much?
I don't know, because I mean, he made like something like 60 million for like Endgame, and then another 60 for it was something like that for Infinity War.
So you have your answer. 100 million.
It's got to be.
It's got to be. I mean, even with Deadpool Wolverine already made 200 million this past weekend, just domestically.
Oh yeah, got to look up the total
200
worldwide
It's
gross.
like 438
438 worldwide.
worldwide.
Oh really? Okay,
Yep.
cool.
So they've already doubled their budget.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Right.
So yeah,
What else?
That's well on their way to $1 billion, I'm sure. So that's all the news I had from
Okay.
Comic-Con.
Apparently, also, Rick Flag is going to be coming back in Peacemaker season 2.
Oh yeah, I saw that
I'm not
too.
sure
yeah.
if you guys heard that already.
Right. He's bringing back dead people. Yeah. That's what they do in superhero movies, and so.
Josh, did you have anything?
Yeah, I was just gonna say for people that haven't seen it yet, and I know y'all guys might not have seen it, but the trailer for Creature Commandos is out. The one that they're doing, the Suicide Squad spinoff
Oh, for
on
DC.
Pretty good,
Oh.
pretty good. So y'all should check it out.
It's a live action.
It's a cartoon.
Oh,
That's still fun.
Okay.
It's still fun.
Sure.
Hey, we're gonna be doing X-Men '97 probably. So
Right.
and this is gonna be a lot raunchier than that, I'm sure.
Right. But it's funny. One thing about James Gunn is he said some of the cartoons are going to be canon. So, like, that cartoon could turn into a live action thing later. We'll see.
Interesting, yeah.
What else?
Just a couple things I saw. One of our fans said I should go ahead and finish The Acolyte because it got better,
Oh, right.
apparently. I finished it. It gets a little better, then it gets worse again. It's really, the whole witches thing is really stupid. The show paints the Jedi as like evil invaders. It's not good. It's boring. It creates a lot of plot holes with the whole Jedi universe.
It paints the Jedi as evil.
Pretty much.
Who the fuck wants that watching Star Wars?
Exactly.
Hey, all the people you've been rooting for the past, 50 years. Yeah, they're all secretly evil.
There, and just the dialogue was bad.
Sure.
This is literally a dialogue back and forth. The Jedi are bad. The Jedi are good. That's literally a dialogue back and forth from the show.
No. Was it the writers of She-Hulk or Secret Invasion?
Maybe. Jesus.
My God. That's the other thing. Like watching Deadpool and Wolverine, and you see how amazing they did the CGI. Everything looks real. Nothing looked really fake in this movie.
Yeah.
Then you think about Secret Invasion and She-Hulk, which had, those shows had huge budgets as well. Like, how is it
Not big
this-
enough?
Right. I don't know. It's crazy. Anything else?
The last thing I had, I saw Twisters.
Oh, wow.
How many times?
Once.
How many times? I saw it the first time now I saw it again to take notes. Turns out there's a lot of tornadoes.
It's a lot of tornadoes. I wanted to love it so bad. It wasn't bad. It was okay. It was a 6. It just there was no connection to the original at all. It would have been so easy to give us something, anything. Like
The characters weren't interesting.
Like the lead could have been the daughter
Yeah.
of the two from the original movie, something, and there was just zero connection.
All these 90s movies that they're, making sequels of. Like, remember that the reason why you love Twister is because the characters.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Just like
Paxton's amazing.
Independence Day. And then they make Independence Day 2, and the characters have no soul. It's like they're all robots. Like all these fucking sequels are making. You know, I hope Beetlejuice 2, like they're interesting. At least it's most of the same characters, but so was Independence Day 2. And it was like Jeff Goldblum had no life to him whatsoever. These movies are boring. So yeah, I figured that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about sequels, I did see Beverly Hills Cop 4 on Netflix.
Axel
that
Foley.
was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. It's
fun for
it was
Netflix,
nothing like
yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop 3, thank God. But, it was a fun hour and a half.
Oh, is the third one like horrible?
The third one's horrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Went too far with the
I
third
like
one.
little
the
bit too
third
far.
one, but it's you liked it too?
Yeah.
But it's a little goofy.
It's a little goofy. It's
He's trying to fight the bad guy in an amusement park. Like a silly amusement, like almost like a shitty Disney World.
Right.
he ran up those stairs.
So this is something
He
that
puts on the costume and he's running around.
this is something that I think I recently told Aaron and maybe Joe, but I rewatched Ace Ventura 1 and 2 recently. And my whole life, because Ace Ventura 1 came out when I was like 6, Ace Ventura 2 came out when I was 8. And when I was 8, I saw Ace Ventura 2, obviously. And like to me, that was always the better one as an 8-year-old. And it's been so long since I've seen it. Maybe since I was like a teenager, but I always was like, Ace Ventura 2's better.
Yeah.
And now as an adult, I'm like, God, fuck. Like he just went way too far in Ace Ventura 2.
Yeah.
Like in Ace Ventura 1, he's like a glove. And then in Ace Ventura 2, he's like a glove. And it's just like, it's way too far.
It's way too much.
Like there's still some really good scenes
Sure.
in Ace Ventura 2. Like, you must be the Monopoly guy. Thanks for the free parking. And then like, the Bumblebee tuna. Hey, your balls are showing. Bumblebee tuna. And then him coming out of the rhino and they think
Oh,
he's
my God.
the
Amazing.
rhino's giving birth. But yeah, like most of it is just way too much.
Which is the one with Dan Marino? Is that 1 or 2?
1.
1? Okay.
Yeah, 2 is when he's in Africa looking for the bat.
Oh, right.
Also, when he does the puppet animals in that scene, like that's great as well. But yeah, there's a
Interesting.
lot where it's just like, oh man, they just went full on like, let's make it for kids. Because like it's just like Major League. Like Major League, it's awesome. But then the second one, it's like,
so
a lot more
heartbreaking.
kids like this than we thought. So let's just make the sequel for kids, So it's just like, no, why?
No.
Let's take all your favorite characters and change them.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Yeah, a lot like Twisters, but that only happened, 3 years after the original or something like that?
Ace Ventura?
No. Major League 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was
yeah,
pretty-
they tried to jump on it fast.
And it was funny, even as a kid, I was a little kid watching Major League 2, and even I was like, what? Yeah. Like, this has nothing to do with the original. Like, it's just weird.
You have no marbles. What?
No. Oh, God. Yeah. What's his name was, he kills the bird, and then he accidentally hits a bird with a ball, and then he, goes into depression.
Is that Asian character in Major League 2 one of the most racist characters in the history?
I don't even
of movies?
remember
It's
that
pretty
part.
bad.
I've noticed you called me White Devil again. Leave that part out.
Yeah, right. But all right, is that
This is
it?
how they know you.
Yeah, you're right. This is how they know you.
Yeah.
Anything else, or should we move on to Deadpool and
Let's
Wolverine?
get in it. Let's get in it.
Oh my God, we have the MCU intro for the first time in a Deadpool movie, and we've got Deadpool himself singing the music.
Yeah.
That was cool to see.
Then he's in the little title sequence too.
Right.
Give him a little scene. Yep.
Yeah. It's funny because everyone was like wondering how are they going to do, Logan in this one, and it
How are they going to
starts.
respect it?
Yeah, they couldn't have started this a better way. He's like, how are we going to do this without dishonoring Logan? We're not. And then we see Logan's grave, and he's just digging him up.
So good.
And the funny thing is, this movie is actually being respectful to Logan to not revive him. But like to do it this way is just so funny. He's talking to Skeleton Logan. I'm not a man of science, but you seem incredibly passed away.
So good.
And then the TVA agents show up, and he brutally kills them with Logan's skeleton while dancing to Bye 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 for the opening credits.
Maybe the best opening scene I've ever seen. I like how they did it in like a snowy scene so you could see the blood better.
Right.
This is like their first shot at like a real rated R movie under the Disney logo.
Yes.
And Marvel. And not just that, he's like, I'm going to do this without using my weapons.
Yes.
And he grabs like Logan's body parts and bones. Oh my God. Amazing.
And great attention to, excuse me, great attention to detail too. I think he even like pulls the part of the tree out that impaled Logan and killed him in Logan.
Right.
Like he kind of pulls it out of him and uses that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be the best opening credits ever. Like Zombieland is up there, but I think they outdid Zombieland here.
Right.
One of the band's best dance sequences too, since the John Cena and Peacemaker.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Is it the later on where he says the line about how many bones are in the human body?
No, he
or
says
is
it here. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 236 bones in the human body. 237 if I'm watching Gossip Girl.
Yes.
Of course, starring his wife.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he puts on the Wolverine claws, and we get back to that scene later. But
God.
And I
Fucking
find out
amazing.
there's so many things in here that I just thought was fun and cool. I wasn't the biggest comic book nerd growing up, but like most of these cool things was something out of a comic, which is amazing. Just if you're a super fan, this had to be even better for you.
No, that's what I was saying. I mean, they were so respectful to like all the comic book nerds.
Oh my God.
You know, it's just fan service out the asshole.
Yeah.
out the asshole. Absolutely. But no, it's funny when he's killing all of them to Bye Bye Bye. I immediately thought of the end of This Is the End.
Yes.
When they all go to heaven and it's like, you can have anything you want. He's like, anything? Everybody. Yeah. Right. And then it ends with a Backstreet Boys concert. And it's just so funny because, like, you know, I was in middle school and high school when these songs came out. And of course, like, I hated boy bands as a kid. But, like, seeing them being used this way is just hilarious to me. It's just so funny seeing Deadpool kill them while dancing to NSYNC. I just fucking love it. But it immediately reminded me of This Is the End.
It's really annoying that I think I like that song now.
I know.
Just because I'm going to think about this scene.
Ever since This Is the End, I've been a fan of Backstreet's Back. All right. Just like now, I always loved Poker Face ever since Cartman sang it in South Park. Pa 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 poker face, pa pa poker face. Yeah, it's great. So then we get a little recap of the mid-credit scene of Deadpool 2, Changing the Past, confirming that was canon. I remember when that movie came out, everyone was arguing, like, was that, you know, mid-credit scene canon? Did he actually go back in time and save Vanessa and everything? And this confirms that it is true, which, thank God, I'm glad Vanessa's alive.
Right.
Yes.
And then we see Deadpool go to Earth 616, and they didn't really explain in the movie, but if you pay attention, he is wearing Cable's time watch. But, like, okay, you could go to the past with Cable's time watch, but I guess for the sake of this movie, you have to just assume you could also switch universes with that watch as well. I guess that's what you have to go with. But it's the Deadpool movie where Deadpool himself breaks the fourth wall. He knows it's a movie, so who cares?
Right.
Really, you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Does anyone else have a better explanation?
No.
There's a lot of that in this movie. I'd rather just ignore it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I do get caught up in that kind of stuff sometimes, but it's like,
I mean, when the main character himself he knows this is all a movie anyway, and he's constantly cracking jokes about that this is a movie. Who cares? You know? So Wade asks Happy Hogan if he could join the Avengers because he wants to show Vanessa that he matters. Poor Wade Wilson still, you know, has a low self-esteem.
This scene was so great. At one point, he's like, wait, I want to save my stuff for the big man. The big man's coming. Yeah. He's like, no, I am the man.
Because this scene takes place in 2018 when Tony Stark was still alive. Mm-hmm. But there's so many things in this room. Like, obviously, the Captain America shield was obvious. But I was like, I just figured, like, I didn't notice it the first time, but it was like, why is it not completed yet? Oh, right, because Tony Stark was remaking it for Cap. Like, that's so fucking cool that they put that there. There's also the photo of Tony Stark with Peter, but Peter is covered up by an Iron Man mask. That was fucking great.
because you can't show Spider-Man technically.
You can't? He's in the other movies, though.
I know. I don't know why. I just read somewhere something about Sony and the rights.
Right.
Like they had to still get the rights to put him in all that.
Yeah.
They didn't ask for the rights in this because they don't have to pay the rights.
I guess that makes
So
sense.
might as well leave him out. I don't know.
It's just an easy way to say fuck Sony.
Fuck Sony.
Well, yeah.
Sell your Spider-Man shit already, because sell all your Spider-Man IP, because you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. Raven's fucking Jesus.
What?
Oh, Craven.
Craven.
Yes.
Jeez.
Craven.
Oh my god.
Craven's going to be terrible.
Craven.
Oh,
God.
they should just scrap that and take the right off at this point.
Absolutely.
Like there's too many amazing things happening in the MCU
Right.
again.
I know it's a different
Take
company,
the L.
but take the L there and give me Batgirl so I can see, all that stuff.
Right. Give us
Some more Keaton.
Coyote versus Acme.
Some Coyote versus Acme? Yes, please.
So Happy asks Wade what happened to your team, and Deadpool says they all perished because they didn't test well, especially Cable. Like, that's the thing. Everyone assumed Cable was going to be in this,
Yeah.
at least for a cameo.
Right?
But no, nothing about Cable.
No.
And Cable was going to stick around. I mean, that's what at the end of Deadpool 2, he's like, I'm going to stick around.
Right.
But no explanation of what happened with Cable.
No. Yeah, why was he not part of the 9?
And none of Domino either. And I call bullshit on that. Domino probably would have tested very well.
I thought we heard she was going to be in this.
Yeah.
Well, remember, I think Marvel was saying that they planted a bunch of leaks going into it so it would fuck people up, not knowing who is going to be actually coming into the movie.
I
So
could
just
see
a
the
bunch of stuff.
writer's strike and the actor's strike fucking that up. That could have been the reason. I don't know. Who knows?
I'm still hoping she's out there and she's going to find her way back into this world
Sure.
because you're such a great character.
Yeah. So Happy talks about the Avengers as if he were part of the team. So Wade asks, like, what are your powers? Parallel parking?
Yeah.
Like, he just keeps cracking jokes at Happy. Like, yeah, of course you're not a hero. But Happy turns him down, and Wade took it pretty rough. So, anything else about this scene that stood out? Or
Just so fun, the interactions. Happy Hogan acting as the big man in charge.
Right.
So funny.
Well, it's funny, when we first saw him, I was like, is it Happy Hogan or is he playing himself in this scene? Like, is he just straight up talking to Jon Favreau, the director? Like that crossed my mind.
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Let me have a movie, please.
Right.
You think Happy knew all of Deadpool's powers? I feel like he was like I
No.
want to join the Avengers, but I'm here to apply to a security guard position.
Right.
Like he wasn't like, wouldn't you come like with the full uniform and like show, hey, chop my finger off, watch what happens.
Right.
Sure.
You know
Like,
what,
show
Joe?
what you could do.
You're right. It did sound like he was applying for like a
security guard.
head security
Yeah,
guard.
it's
or
like
something.
I want to be in the Avengers. He's like, what are you talking about?
Wait, but you're here to apply for a security guard job.
Right.
Oh,
right.
fuck.
But at least, like Wade coming off desperate, and Happy was like, they're not Avengers because they need to be Avengers. It's so
Yep.
it was good. So Deadpool goes back to his universe, and he works as a car salesman with a stapled on toupee. He's trying to sell a car to a family, and while he's looking at their children, he's like, I always wanted kids, but I don't have a lot of vaginal sex. He just looks the boy right in the eyes.
Right in the eyes.
And he's also working with Peter, who still wants to be a superhero. Peter was just the guy with the mustache in Deadpool 2
Yeah, Sugar
that
Bear.
died, but then he went back and saved him. And then Peter takes him to his surprise birthday party with all of his friends, except for TJ Miller. Because him and Ryan Reynolds and TJ Miller had a falling out.
Yeah.
TJ Miller spoke about it on podcasts and everything. It's a shame, but all of his friends that were in the other movies were barely in it. They're in this
Yeah.
and they're at the very end of the movie.
Right. It
So it's
wasn't
not-
about that, but still, it would be nice to see him in there.
Yeah,
And apparently,
absolutely.
right when they were starting to shoot this movie or come up with everything, that's when TJ Miller was going through the legal problems too. So it's like
Yeah.
that was kind of the deciding blow, even
Right.
if they made up.
Yes.
It's like, let's just leave him out.
But Colossus, barely in this movie.
Yeah.
You see him once really quick. I don't even remember what he says.
Right.
Blind Al wants to do cocaine, but Wade's like, Feige said no.
Yeah.
And then he's like, they know all the slang, and they do the run through all the. Do you want to build a snowman? Yes, but I can't.
Yeah.
Also, Vanessa is dating someone, and Wade is clearly jealous. She says the new boyfriend hasn't gotten me shot yet, and Wade's like, well, it's the early days, He blows out his candle, but then the TVA knocks on his door, and Wade thinks they're strippers. He says the line from the trailer, you know, pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney. But they use a different take. It's not the same take in the trailer,
Right.
Which that always annoys me a little bit because I feel like the take in the trailer was so good and it was a close up, and in this one it's like more of a medium shot when he says it. But whatever, it is what it is. So yeah, they rip off his toupee. They take him to the TVA, and it's funny because in the trailer they like CGI'd out the staples in his head, but in the movie you could see the staples in his head and the hair, like just some hairs sticking out.
So gross.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I wanted to throw some funniness at the big giant fat guy that was there too as well. He tried to speak earlier in the show, and he's like, "Hey, no
right.
lines."
Yeah.
And he spoke again. He's like, "Bitch, are you ad-libbing?"
Yes.
Yeah, right.
That was so
Because
funny.
even Deadpool 2, he tells him like, "Oh God, like no more speaking lines for you."
I think
Just
he even
walks
says,
away.
you know, in the movie business, if you're there for just one day and you have a couple of lines, you're called a day player. And he even refers to him as day player at one point. He's like, "That's enough out of you, day player."
Yeah.
So good.
It's funny because that's one of the things TJ Miller was complaining about in Deadpool 2 was that apparently like Ryan Reynolds just like lit into him about how he's not really a star. Like he was treating him like how Wade's treating this character in the film. And I guess TJ Miller took it personally, you know, because he felt like they were friends. And then like Ryan Reynolds in one scene in Deadpool 2 just like ad-libbed and made him feel like the biggest piece of shit, I guess. Like that's how TJ Miller at least feels about it.
Yeah, but like I feel like the whole film they're going after each other.
Right.
It's like it's kind of part of it.
Yeah. So Paradox shows Wade videos of the Avengers. We also see Thor holding a dying Wade as if he were like dying Loki from Thor 2. And that was such like a what the fuck moment. Like when you're like first looking at it and like they're zooming in on it, you're like, what the fuck was that? But it was so fucking great.
And they go back to this the rest of the movie,
yeah.
like 4 or 5 times.
Every time
they
he
go
wakes
back
up.
to this, he's like, Thor.
But Paradox says, "Oh, that's something from the distant future."
Yes.
Like, I think there's a good chance we see this.
Right.
A really good chance
That'd be
Right.
great.
that we see Thor crying for Deadpool.
Well, also Paradox tells him like, you know, my superiors deemed you special and you have some importance, you know, sometime in the future, like some important event. So like
It's got to happen.
just spitballing here, maybe Wolverine and Deadpool show up at the end of the Avengers film as like, you know, the last run in to save everyone. Like Doctor Doom's about to kill them all and then, oh shit, Deadpool, Wolverine, like, you know, show up to save the day. That would be fucking amazing. Like we're like, oh, I guess they're not in the movie, and then they show up at the end.
yeah.
That'd be so fucking cool. But yeah, then he tells him like, yeah, you're special, you know, you like, we need you. And then he runs over, grabs, you know, a camera, right? Like just completely breaking the fourth wall. Suck it, Fox. I'm going to Disneyland. Get fucked. And he headbutts the camera lens.
Get fucked is such a term you hear like online.
Yeah.
From like Gen Zers. I loved it. I almost shit myself when he said that. Get fucked. Bam.
Bam, headbutts the camera. Like grabs the boom mic, you know, like from
Oh my God.
Fucking beautiful.
Get fucked.
good. So Wade suits up and the tailor molests him multiple times, just like in the trailer. And he's like, FYI, your tailor is a predator. And then Paradox tells Wade that his timeline is slowly dying because his timeline's anchor being died, that being Logan. Of course, Wade thought it was himself at first. And he's like, oh, of course not.
Yeah.
And by the way, yeah, like Paradox is played by the actor from Succession.
Yeah.
And he's basically playing the same
Exact same
character
character.
from Succession.
Right.
Which, like, he was my favorite character in Succession
Sure.
anyway. Him or Roman, but
Roman,
like...
yeah, but
The only thing that was missing from this scene, and I guess this movie, was his own Greg character. That would have been great.
Right, yeah.
Right.
He needed a Greg.
and it should have been that actor too. I think that would have been perfect.
That would have been
But I think my favorite moment in Succession is him when he was like, he's telling Greg that, you know,
Oh, God.
the girl blew him and then she snowballed
Snowballed
him. And then Greg's like, you swallowed your own cum? And he's like, yeah, it was so hot. Like he's trying to
like,
brag
no.
about something that clearly is not a brag.
No.
But it's just like something horrible happened to you, but your ego just has to make you pretend like it was something awesome. Oh, it was so hot.
Not to touch
Greg was
back
so
on
confused.
that show, but in the first episode of the first season, he's trying to kiss Greg. And like they never go back to that. They never touch back on that. You're like, wait, is he gay? Like you always think because he kind of acts gay because of like how he is.
There was a weird type of like,
Yeah,
won't
they're like blowing your own load back, and you're like, he has these kind of gay moments, but they never really get into it.
Right.
It's kind of funny.
Maybe they were just trying to give subtle hints that he is.
I guess, yeah.
But you can't be in that company.
No,
obviously. Paradox wants to speed up the destruction of Wade's timeline because he's like, I don't just want to be in charge of waiting, thousands of years for this timeline to die. The TVA also doesn't know what he's doing. And it's funny. It's just like Loki, where they're just like, hey, look, there's this device that'll do it. Like Loki, it's funny. Like when we were reviewing Loki, it's just like, they just kind of invent a plot device, and it's like, this is the thing, and, that's the thing, and you got to stop the thing, or it's going to happen, Oh,
that was the joke. I think Deadpool was like, what in the magical MacGuffin is that?
Right, yeah. But it's funny, like, we all thought Loki was going to be in this, Mobius, Ke Huy Quan, but none of them are in
That would
it.
have been great. I guess there's just a bunch of, like, satellite offices, branches that they have throughout the
part of me
multiverse,
thought Deadpool was literally going to grab his timeline and hand it to Loki. Like, hey, could you just hold this for me, please?
Right.
And Loki just like doesn't say anything and just grabs it.
grabs that one,
that's your like Loki cameo.
Right.
But yeah, no, they weren't in that. It's crazy. Wade obviously doesn't want his friends to die, so he punches Paradox in the face, steals his pad, and dips. Almost falling right onto that fat employee that
had some thirsty
clearly
eyes.
wants him.
Thirsty eyes. That's a good way to put
Yeah.
it. He has a big smile on his face as his ass is rattling towards him.
Yeah. So we go back to the opening credits where Wade kills the rest of the TVA with Wolverine's claws, but they get stuck in a guy's ass and another guy's dick. I'm sorry, Wolverining is hard. Then we have...
Was there like 100 of these TVA agents coming at him?
Right.
There's literally murder after murder after murder.
That's why, like, in the opening credits, when he's killing all these TVA agents, I'm like, oh, these must be evil TVA agents. Otherwise, it, wouldn't really make sense for Wade to be killing, you know what I mean? Because, like, at the end of Loki, the TVA is good now because it's run by good people.
Right.
So it was a good way to do this, where it's like, yeah, Paradox is off grid. He's going rogue and all that stuff. Then we have, this might be the best scene in the movie, but the montage of Wade finding different Wolverines that's the power of love.
Oh my God.
Which, of course, I always think of Back to the Future with that song.
Yep.
What are you going to go through the list?
Of course.
Okay, all right. Just amazing that every single one of them was a comic version.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It was so funny because the first one we see Wolverine at the bar and he's like, "What's up, bub?" And he jumps off his stool, but he's like 4'10",
5'3", I think. Yeah.
Whatever. And I whisper to Aaron, I'm like, "Comic accurate." And then he goes, "What's up, comic accurate Wolverine?"
Yep.
We have a one-handed Logan. Does anyone know about that one? Because I don't.
Yeah, I think he was Weapon X from what was it? Age of Apocalypse, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
This is the one-handed one.
Yes.
Wolverine from Age of Apocalypse. Harry in a black suit in the alley. That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, that's what. Yeah.
Yep.
Then we also have Patch, who just stabs him a bunch. He just wants to play poker, I guess. We have an old cowboy Logan that shoots him.
That's Old Man Logan.
Old man Logan, right?
Yep.
Then Jesus-like Logan hanging on a giant X.
That's actually an iconic Uncanny X-Men cover. Here, I actually have a...
Yeah, it was directly off the cover. Crucified Wolverine, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And then he sees another one where he's like, "Oh, you fought Hulk, right?" And then Hulk shows up and punches Wade.
We have that too. You have that? Yeah, like that's a comic cover as well. So many fan service things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then finally, we've got Superman himself, Henry Cavill,
Oh my God.
on a motorcycle.
Guess who popped on that?
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
By the way, they couldn't have given us 15 seconds of Wolverine fighting Hulk. 10 seconds?
No, because I think they're saving it.
Probably.
Sure.
Like you don't have to burn that in this movie.
Sure. Yeah, fair.
There's a rumor. I mean, there's a rumor of a Wolverine versus Hulk, movie now. So
That would be great.
I would have loved it. I would have popped louder than anything. I wanted to see more of it. Like we only saw one actor, right?
Yeah.
Not play like that. That wasn't Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Like after everything that all the rumors, how do you not get Harry Potter to be in one of those? Just as a, you know what I mean? Just as a fan service thing.
By the way, I loved how he said to Cavill, "We'll treat you better than those shit fucks down the street."
So good.
Amazing.
He'd be a great, like if you had to have a different Wolverine, I'm on board.
Absolutely.
That'd be fun.
Even bigger than Hugh Jackman.
Oh God. Yeah.
So yeah, then finally Wade finds drunk loser Logan, who has no fight to him anymore. He's got whiskey dick of the claws. He's like, oh, whiskey dick of the claws, huh? It's common with Logan's over 40 or whatever. Wolverine's over 40. And Logan passes out drunk, so Wade picks him up, but not before noticing Logan's costume under his clothes. Look at those jammies. That only took 20 fucking years.
Yep.
So good. So he brings Logan to the TVA, but Paradox says that's not going to work. He says, you brought me the worst Wolverine.
Yeah.
He let down his entire universe. And then Logan wakes up and Wade tells him, welcome to the MCU. You're joining at a bit of a low point.
So good.
Brilliant.
True.
And then Wade says he's going to tell everyone what Paradox is up to. But Paradox prunes both of them to the void. That looks kind of Mad Maxy. When Logan asks, he's like, where are we? He's like, I don't know. Looks kind of Mad Maxy. And that's not the only Mad Max reference in this movie.
But so that's a different company, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So infringing on IP, maybe?
Well, he even makes that joke.
Right?
Later.
You can
He even
mention
says-
things, you can't like show it.
He said it looks kind
You
of
know what I
Mad Maxy, but we can't really mention that because that he says something like that, like that's IP. But yeah, it's great. So Logan's claws now work, and he stabs Wade. Wade tells Logan he knows he screwed up his world, so they have an awesome fight to Hell's Bells.
Oh my God.
The music in this movie, incredible.
He says, "Get out your special sock nerds."
Yeah, it's gonna get good.
It's gonna get good.
Wade shoots Logan's ribs and says, "Are you ready to come now?" Lots of stabbing.
I thought he says they're ready to calm down now.
No, come now.
That what he says?
More
Come?
than likely come, Joe.
Oh,
Yeah. Are you ready to come now?
It's a
Jesus
Deadpool.
Christ.
It's a
Because he whispers
Deadpool
it like creepily right in his ear. Like it's so good. Deadpool puts both swords through Logan. But Logan was about to take Wade's head off, so Wade tells him that they could change the past of Logan's world together. He's like, we could do it. We could change your world just like we're going to change mine. But then the bad guys from multiple X-Men movies show up.
Oh, boy.
We've got Sabretooth, we've got Toad, we've got Pyro. But then Chris Evans makes a superhero landing. And Wade's like, oh my God, he's going to say it, he's going to say it. And then he says,
And then Joe yells out in the theater.
Yeah.
Joe.
well, even like Wade's like, Avengers, flame on! He's
Yeah.
like, what?
Oh, of course.
What was funny was I noticed this the second time we watched it. They kind of tease this before he does that
Yeah.
because it cuts to all the cars coming and like the Fantastic Four's Fantastic Car is part of the convoy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Well, also Chris Evans, before all that, he curses a bunch before he says flame on. So
And
it's
even
like,
it's like a head tilt.
yeah, like it's like, that's not Captain America.
Right.
Unless it's, a variant, obviously. But yeah, the flame on, he's Johnny Storm. It's so amazing. Flying around.
Sorry. Love him as Johnny Storm in those movies. He was probably the best part. He was their Robert Downey Jr. back then.
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
But Pyro blocks Johnny Storm's powers and he falls from the sky. First he lands on his dick and then just like head first.
Ouch.
Like I thought he was dead right there. I was
Sure.
like, oh, that's it. He's dead.
gone.
But thankfully he lasted like, 10 more minutes.
Right.
So that was nice. Logan then fights Sabretooth from X-Men 1, but he quickly decapitates him. And then Wade holds up his head. He's like, behold, the head of your precious queen, Furiosa!
It was beautiful. Right before the fight, he goes up to Jackman and he goes, "Good luck. I'm a huge fan."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look ridiculous. He pulls the swords out of his body. Then Toad uses a giant magnet to capture them. And Wade, Logan, and Johnny are put in a cage, driven to Cassandra's hideout. Wade and Logan are just like dick to dick. And he's like, sorry, was I asleep the whole time? He's like, not all of you was asleep.
So good.
And Johnny tells him that the TVA sends us here because we don't play nice in the multiverse. That's where all the people get sent to the void. And of course, Cassandra's hideout's a giant dead Ant-Man's body just from the trailer. We've got Azazel. Was so psyched to see Azazel. He didn't really do much, but I was still excited to see him.
Yeah.
We've got Juggernaut, but it's a new actor that never played Juggernaut before. Yeah. This guy never played Juggernaut before.
Yeah, this was a new guy.
He wasn't the I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
It's Vinnie Jones, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they
original.
didn't bring him
Yeah,
back.
but this guy was just some new guy.
Vinnie Jones was approached to revise his role, but he turned it down because it's such a drama putting that suit on, whatever that means. The new Juggernaut was played by Aaron Reed, who played Dude in Free Guy.
Yeah,
Obviously, the body part.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun
well,
fact.
I think we also had the Russian in there from the Punisher comics.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yep.
What?
He was one of the cameos.
The dude with the red and white striped shirt.
Who?
The Russian guy.
His name is the
He's
Russian.
one of them.
That's the character.
Oh.
He's one of the group of the bad guys.
He had like one line, I think.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we meet Cassandra, Professor X's twin sister. Wade tells Cassandra that Johnny Storm said awful things about her in this very long rant. And the whole time Johnny's like, no, I never said any of those things. And Logan's like, shut up. But Cassandra rips Johnny's skin off.
It's like a pile of.
Logan's like, you got him killed, you stupid fuck. And he's like, do you have any idea what he's doing to the budget?
So good.
So Logan tries to stab Cassandra, but she easily controls him. She puts her hand through Wade's head to read his mind and makes him relive a memory of Wade and Vanessa breaking up. But she also makes Vanessa say, you'll never fucking matter. Damn. But then Logan stabs her from behind, and Wade throws his baby knife, but it doesn't hurt her.
He says that so many times. I love it.
Doesn't hurt her at all. Then Eliath from Loki Season 1, Episode 5, which he said that earlier, shows up to eat Wade and Logan, but Logan starts some sort of jetpack thing, and they fly away and crash somewhere.
Was that like a sentinel leg or something?
Oh, was it?
I don't know.
They're saying it was Obadiah's leg from Iron Man.
Oh, my God.
Shit.
That's what they're saying. That's a rumor that I read.
That's crazy.
It's like, oh, fuck.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
God damn it! I'm just go back and watch this again.
I know.
There's so many like Easter eggs. I'm sure you can watch it like 15 times and find something new every time.
I can't wait to get the steel
Doesn't
book
even
for this movie.
doesn't Deadpool even say something like, I don't know if I'm just dreaming this or a fan made this up, like as they jump on it, something about, did you solve the icing problem?
What? Really?
Yes.
I gotta watch it again.
That sounds familiar.
He says something
I
like
think
that.
so, yeah.
And
I
that's
didn't
why they're
notice
like,
that either time. That's funny.
there's so much happening in this movie.
That's amazing.
You have to watch it four times, I'm sure.
It's like watching a Christopher Nolan film.
Right.
Oh, I missed it. Yeah, after the 10th time, I think I got it.
I think I got it.
So they go to a diner. There's just like a diner, like
So
in the
great.
middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they're eating Spam just right out of the fucking thing. Logan's drinking rubbing alcohol. He drinks as much as he can. And then Wade asks, want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback? And obviously we do get that third act flashback later. Wade tells Logan that Wolverine was a hero in his world, and Logan's like, well, he ain't shit in mine. They go for a walk, but then Dogpool runs up, and Wade couldn't be happier. And the dog was really the only part of the movie I didn't like. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it was just like, yeah, all right, it's the dog for the Joshes and the dog lovers and all that.
It was great. All right, that dog was fucking cute as hell. You enjoy Nice Pull more?
It's because if Josh was a dog, he'd be Dogpool.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
That dog was voted Britain's ugliest dog in 2023.
And you know what? He stole every fucking scene that he was in. He was great.
Like,
He's
do
the
it
Pepe
once,
of this show.
but they did it like 3 times, I think.
It was worth it. I loved it.
4?
At least 4. They refer to that dog a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Probably why they got sick of it.
Yes. But I was just worried because Dogpool was all in like the TV trailers. I was like, are they like doing like Grogu with this where like he's just going to have Dogpool the whole movie? I'm glad he didn't.
That's Deadpool 4.
No, please no.
No.
Dogpool might get his own like cartoon. Or I could see them doing that.
For sure.
You
I'm
know what I
watching.
mean?
I'll
Yeah,
subscribe.
I won't. So fine.
Right. Like if Deadpool's not going to be in it, what's the point?
Dogpool and She-Hulk conquer the world.
But is Dogpool just Nicepool's pet? Or
Yeah.
does Dogpool have Deadpool powers as a variant?
I don't know.
Deadpool powers as a variant. That's an actual comic book character.
Well, but he didn't show any powers.
No.
Yeah, we didn't see anything.
So yeah, then kind, Canadian, no mask, handsome Ryan Reynolds, Nicepool walks up because that's his dog, and he's like, sorry, like a heavy Canadian accent. And then Wade asks, Nicepool, he's like, where's your mask? And Nicepool's like, come on, guys. Because his face is not messed up. He's just handsome Ryan Reynolds.
Come on, guys.
But he warns them about all the other Deadpools. He's like, they're not nice like me. They'll just kill you and all that. Nicepool gives them a Honda Odyssey to head to the Borderlands, but Wade obviously hates the Odyssey as a car salesman. And then Deadpool hangs out of the window like a dog as Logan drives. That was great. Another great thing about this movie is Ryan Reynolds is in the costume for most of it. Like, he really doesn't get that much face time.
Right.
And that's such a cool thing that he's in the costume for most of it.
Right.
While they were driving away, one of the Easter eggs, there's a bunch of shit off in the distance. Was one of the pieces of wreckage, was it that Thanos ring ship from Infinity War? Because it looked like it was kind of half buried.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, obviously.
That's what I thought maybe it was.
Wow.
Yep, for sure.
So Wade talks shit about the X-Men. He asks Logan, what are you going to do if they can fix your world? So Logan parks the car, stabs him in the leg. He says, what do you mean if? You lied. But Wade says, I made an educated wish.
Educated wish.
Wade says, I don't know how to save people, but you do. At least the other Logan did. So Logan calls him a joke. He says, you'll never save the world. You couldn't even save a relationship with a goddamn stripper. And then Wade calmly says, I'm going to fight you now.
Yeah.
Logan laughs, but Wade punches him in the nose and immediately starts to bleed. I thought that was a really cool shot.
Yep.
And then we have an epic car fight to, you're the one that I want. It's so fucking perfect. But like,
It starts with, like, this is the greatest show. Like, it has,
Yeah.
like, one line from
Right.
that because of him.
Yes.
And then it goes into that.
this is the greatest show.
Something, yeah.
But yeah, we get 2 fight scenes between them.
And they fought for, you didn't see it all, but they fought all night long.
Watching two guys that can regenerate fight each other is just fun.
A lot more stabbing, a
It's just
lot
fun.
more blood. Wade says, I was wrong. The Honda Odyssey fucks hard. Too bad you don't, needle dick.
Wow.
And then, yeah, they fight. Like, they do the camera shot when, like, 2 people are fucking in a car, where they, like, pan away. Like, well, you can't see them fucking, but it's like you can't see them fighting. And then they just fight till they fall asleep. But, like, Logan, I guess, wrapped Wade in a bunch of seatbelts.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fucking great. So then we see that someone, drives the car, takes him to their hideout, and Wade wakes up screaming Thor's name.
Yep.
One of the many callbacks that he does throughout this movie. Logan's already getting drunk. Then in walks Elektra. Oh, snap.
Okay.
She's like, I'm Elektra. And Wade's like, of course, who can forget?
This is maybe one of my only gripes of the movie is they could have swung a little harder on this one.
Yeah.
Like you could have gotten, Tom Jane's Punisher would have been better.
Sure.
Yeah, but he's cool. I think the point was to get some rejects.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
like,
in the void.
You're
Right.
making jokes about Elektra here. It's not like, oh, cool, it's Elektra. It's now we're going to make fun of her. 'Cause
Technically,
the first thing he does, who could forget? Like, sarcastically.
I would imagine Tom Jane's Punisher was in this movie, canon-wise. Not John Bernthal, because Bernthal is going to be in the upcoming one.
Yeah. Then in walks Blade.
That's cool. I'm good with that.
And this was completely hidden. Completely hidden. Nobody knew that Blade Wesley Snipes was coming.
I thought that was one of the rumors, actually.
I don't think so.
I mean, there was rumors that everyone was going to be in this movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I never heard this one.
Then all of a sudden, it's Channing Tatum as Gambit finally.
Dude, that was great. Oh, my God.
And Wade can't understand Gambit's voice.
I love this.
I can't understand Gambit's voice.
It was so funny.
It's so great. They go with the Gambit. You sure? Or did you just really want them to?
Yep.
Get a dialect coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, it's X-23, a.k.a. Laura from Logan.
Yep.
They tell them that the Punisher died, Magneto died, Daredevil died, and then Wade tells Elektra, I'm so sorry, but she's like, it's fine.
Amazing.
So fucking good. Like, Ben Affleck was also rumored to be in this.
Yes.
Sure.
Like, he was basically confirmed. Like, we were like, oh, no, it's confirmed. Like, it was like, the Hollywood Reporter was saying, like, yes, Ben Affleck is in this as Daredevil.
Yes.
But it didn't happen.
Technically, maybe he did. He
Elias
was.
killed him, or
And he
Cassandra
died
killed
very
him, I
quickly.
guess.
Right.
Yeah. Gambit says Johnny was on their team, but he went missing 2 days ago, and Wade acts clueless. He's like, oh, no, really? Oh, what happened? Then they find out quickly that Wade got him killed. Gambit speaks again, but Wade's like, who is your dialect coach? The Minions?
God.
Good line.
Yep.
But they agree to team up and steal Juggernaut's helmet to stop Cassandra.
By the way, there's a lot of self-deprecating Marvel shit that he says during this movie, but the one I could not believe they let him get away with was when they let Blade say, there's only one Blade.
Oh,
there's
my
only ever
God.
going to be one Blade. When
Yeah.
you've got a Blade movie in production right now
That's
with
going
somebody
bad.
else.
It's going horrible,
That's
though.
Yeah.
wild.
It's going horribly.
Which makes me think Wesley Snipes is going to be in that movie.
Wesley Snaps, yeah.
Wesley snaps.
Gonna be in it.
Wesley Snipes.
He might be the only one to, after Mahershala Ali is like bails. They're like, well, I guess Wesley Snipes can do it again.
Well, we know Wesley Snipes is not doing anything.
Yeah, we know he needs it. He definitely needs it. Yeah. So that night, Laura tells Logan that her Logan was also drunk, angry, and mean, but he showed up when it mattered most. Logan tells her he didn't want to be part of the X-Men, but then they all died while he was drunk at a bar. So now Logan wears the suit to remember them. It was a cool moment because he was like, I couldn't let them, think I wanted to be part of their team. Like he was just like, I'm just trying to be like cool Logan, like I'm too cool for you guys, but it obviously backfired. And then he tells her like, you got the wrong guy, and she says, you were always the wrong guy, and then walks away. We find out later.
Until you weren't.
No. We find out later she said that.
Oh, right.
But that
right.
first time we don't see her that she said that part.
Yeah.
So that was cool later.
But you're right. That scene was so emotional. He's like, yeah, I wanted to be cool Logan.
Yeah.
But now that they're gone, I have to wear this suit because that's what reminds me of them.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Poor Logan.
But yeah, like I want to know actually what happened in that universe. We never really got to know. It sounds like some pretty.
kinda got to know it a little bit,
Doctor
but-
Doom might have killed everybody.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He says the humans came. Could have been the Sentinels.
Maybe. Yeah.
You know. Meanwhile, Pyro makes a deal with Paradox over the phone to kill Cassandra. I think Paradox was just worried about Cassandra because she's such a wild card, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's why he wanted her dead.
Well, apparently that she could go back to the TVA at any time, but
Yeah.
she just chose to stay there. And he's like, if
That's
she
right.
ever figured that out, we'd be fucked.
Right.
You know,
But how does he know that she could do that?
He knows everything.
he knows all. He's the
He's the
TVA.
Paradox.
So he knows that she has Doctor Strange's thingy?
Right. Yeah, I think so, maybe.
Yeah. So the team drives to Cassandra's place. That's where Blade grabs Punisher's rocket launcher. And Wade asks, which Punisher? There's been a few. And then that's where Blade says, there's only one Blade, only going to be one Blade. And they show Deadpool like, yeah. But we have a face-off with both teams. Laura puts on her sunglasses from Logan. That was a cool moment. Big battle scene highlighting all the heroes. Like, I like that it was like, oh, look, Elektra's kicking ass, Blade's kicking ass, and then they allow Channing Tatum, like, look, this is what it could have been. And Gambit's fucking awesome.
Dude, when he first shows up, he's comic relief, but when shit goes down and the fight starts, it's legit.
It was awesome.
Like,
He's exploding motherfuckers with his cards.
I would love to see a Gambit movie now.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, sure.
Blade stabs Toad in the head. Ray Park.
Yeah. Goodbye. Good
And
night
then
now.
Laura cuts off Juggernaut's feet and then kills him. Amazing. Then we have Deadpool and Logan confront Cassandra, but she fucks them up. Cassandra pries into Logan's mind to learn about his past. And I thought, like, how they did this was so cool.
Yeah.
Like, just she puts her fingers through their face and skull and everything. And I thought she did a good job as the villain. You know what I mean? Like, she was great.
She was good.
Logan confesses to killing innocent humans after the death of the X-Men. Like, he hated humans so much. She was like, you know, they weren't all innocent, were they?
Yeah.
Then Cassandra tells Logan she could set him free. Laura throws up her backpack, which has Juggernaut's helmet inside. Logan then reveals he tricked Cassandra, and Deadpool puts the helmet on her head to stop her powers. And then Cassandra says, I can't send you home until you take off the helmet, but as soon as you do, I will kill you. He's like, no, promise you won't kill us when I do. And she's like, I'm going to kill you immediately. He's like, why are you like this? I wish I knew.
It was so great.
Then Pyro shoots Cassandra in the stomach, and he starts cutting a monologue, but Logan knocks him out.
So good, yeah.
Logan then tells Cassandra he won't kill her out of respect to Charles, and he takes the helmet off her head. And Logan tells her if Charles knew about you, he would have searched everywhere to find you. Cassandra reveals she killed the Doctor Strange variant and kept his finger thingy and opens a portal. And she's like, you know, you probably have about 5 seconds before Elias shows up and eats you. So they jump in right before Elias eats them. Slow motion scene.
Was Elias just there to eat them?
I guess. I
Or
don't
did
know.
everyone fighting below get destroyed? Like
It
Blade
seemed like
and
they were
Elektra?
gonna, right?
It's weird, right?
But we know later that they didn't.
Right.
At least Laura didn't.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, they all look up at them, like going, and like Wesley Snipes' little smile was like really cool to see.
Yeah.
Because there was also lines by Blade where he was like, finally a proper ending, you know? Like,
Right.
that was cool. That was a cool moment. So they land back in Wade's world on top of a car that Peter just sold, but they fucking wreck it. Cassandra makes Pyro tell her that he made a deal with Paradox. That was a funny little scene because she was about to go in his mind. He's like, whoa. I'll just tell you. Just ask sometimes, you know? It's so gross. Paradox confronts Wade and Logan. I think that's where Wade was like Paradox walks up. He's like, what are you doing? And Wade's like, why was Thor holding me or whatever? Or no, why was Thor crying? I think he says. But Cassandra shows up as well. She snaps Pyro's neck. She reads Paradox's mind to learn about the Time Ripper. She flicks Wade and Logan away. And then she tells Paradox that she's going to use the Time Ripper to destroy every universe until all that's left is the void.
Damn. Yeah, it's tough.
Well, it does suck. Like, you know, I guess maybe Loki just wasn't in. Like, you'd like to imagine that Loki would have known about this, but I don't know. Maybe Loki knew that it would not come to this.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think just
Think
Tom
too hard.
Hiddleston.
Just unplug that one. Like, all right, that one's gone.
Yeah.
I think Tom Hiddleston with Loki is just like, you know, this is my way to leave. I'm not coming back unless they offer me $100 million they offer
I'm just
Downey
thinking
Jr.
logically, as you know, as he's holding all the branches and he sees that Cassandra's going to rip everything off.
That's why
you
I
know.
thought Wade was going to throw him the fucking timeline.
Right?
or something,
Yeah.
you know?
I don't know.
But yeah. But hey, it's Hunter B-15 from Loki, the only member from that cast that is in this movie. She
Right.
gets alerted about Paradox's rogue plans. We'll get back to her later. Dogpool jumps through the portal, and Wade is thrilled again, but then followed by Nicepool. So Wade asks Dogpool, like, who do you want, the original or Van Milder?
So good.
And then Nicepool says, oh, I could break the fourth wall too. The proposal.
Jesus.
Love that movie.
Then 100 Deadpools walk out of the portals.
Deadpool core.
Lady Pool, Kid Pool, Baby Pool, Samurai Pool, Cowboy Pool. We learn later in the credits that Lady Pool was voiced by Blake Lively.
Yeah.
Cowboy Pool was Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Seeing it the second time, it was like, oh, of course that's McConaughey's
Really?
voice. It's so obvious.
He had what, a couple lines?
Yeah.
And
Like,
I
why?
think
Good.
I think Headpool was Nathan Fillion too.
Like, why not take off their mask?
I don't know. You can't do everything, I guess.
Well, it's,
Come on, it'd be so
it's
cool.
easier for them to do that too. All you do is need to do voiceover work.
Well, I mean, I get that, but like one day on set for 1 hour. He just takes off a mask. You're like, oh my God. At least his wife, I don't even see why she doesn't at least do it, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe they felt there was too many cameos as it is. I don't know.
I'd never have enough.
Yeah. So Wade tries to reason with the Deadpools. He's like, can we stop with the multiverse? It's not working. Let's just take the L and move on.
Yes, I agree with that.
But Nicepool says, I think it's been great since Endgame. So good. So the Deadpools shoot at them. Wade uses Nicepool as a shield. He gets shot like 100 times. And then he asks Nicepool, like, how long does it take you to regenerate? But Nicepool says, regenerate? As he's like spitting out blood.
I think that might have been the funniest thing in the movie.
That
for
was
me.
really good. It was really good.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Aw.
Wade uses, right, because his face is fine, so
Right.
he never got
Never got that part of the power.
Wade uses a Nicepool as a shield again, but he like stops in the middle of the gunfire, like, so he just keeps getting shot. He's like, say you're gonna live, say I'm gonna live. He's like, I'm gonna live, but his head explodes.
Yeah, it's great.
Logan then holds up Dogpool, so they stop shooting. I guess the Deadpools can't shoot Dogpool.
Oh, he's with them. He's part of
Right.
the core.
Respect.
Then Wade grabs Nicepool's gold Desert Eagle guns that he saw earlier in the movie, and he knew he had to have, just like he knew he had to have Dogpool. And then Logan finally does it. He reaches behind him, and it's like, oh my God. He finally puts on the Wolverine mask.
I'm glad we can. Glad we can always hear you come on
Yes.
these great moments.
Yeah. Well, you heard me come in the theater, too.
It's true.
I was making the same noise.
I think this. I think the second time we watched it, I think that was the one thing I still popped for the second time.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
the mask.
Absolutely. So fucking cool. Wade and Logan kill 100 Deadpools in fantastic fashion
Why are they so much better than these Deadpools?
because they're prime. Remember, he says Deadpool Prime here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Because they have to be.
yeah,
That's
right,
it.
Right,
You know?
right, yeah, right.
But I love how they did, like in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, they have that one long shot, that action scene at the end of the movie. And this scene was like one long shot as the camera pans right and they're just killing all of
God.
them. It was so fucking cool.
Almost kind of Daredevil-ish, like
Yeah.
one long scene. Yeah.
Right.
Not only that, going to Endgame, like when Cap goes on your left or Sam goes on your left, and you see, but here the portal opens and you see all the Deadpools walking
Yeah.
through, and you think they're going to be on the good side, but no.
How great would it have been if they all walked out and then they go, Umbambe! Umbambe! Umbambe!
Deadpool, Black Panther.
They also killed them on a bus as it fills up with blood. But then they bust out the back of the bus looking all cool in slow motion, but then Wade falls on his face, ruins it. And then Baby Pool laughs at them because all of the Deadpools regenerate.
Oh, when they all stand, oh, it's so great.
Yeah. But then Peter shows up in a Deadpool costume and all the Deadpools love him, so they stop fighting.
It's great.
It's that easy.
Because everybody has a Peter.
Yeah.
Peter's like, no, these guys are cool. They're with me.
Right.
So good.
And then as they run away, Wade's like, enjoy my Peter. Just leave. Meanwhile, Cassandra starts using the Time Ripper. Logan threatens Paradox unless he tells him how to stop her. And Wade tells Paradox he's like Batman, but he can move his neck. Paradox tells him they can stop her, but they'll be killed in the process. It's just like Loki. You go into the room and then you vaporize, basically, right?
Yeah.
Deadpool tells Logan he'll sacrifice himself. Wade says, you didn't ask for this. I lied about saving your world, but Logan says you didn't lie. You made an educated wish.
Aw.
And it's kind of like Toy Story, like, we're flying. This isn't flying. It's falling with style or something.
And there was a really great part of this back and forth where he says to Logan, I waited a long time for this team up. You're the best, Logan. And that felt like not acting a little bit.
Sure.
That felt pretty real.
Yeah. Logan says, I've got no one. You have friends. Give me this. Yeah, he says, you're the best Wolverine. But then he hits Logan with a fire extinguisher and goes into the room and locks the door. Immediately reminded me of Armageddon. Like, I was like, this is so Bruce Willis to Ben Affleck in Armageddon. 100%. Because okay, hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he hits Ben Affleck. Well, I think he hits him. Maybe it's a fire extinguisher. Like, he hits Ben Affleck, throws him, and then shuts the door. It's like almost the exact same thing here. that maybe it's a reference to that. I don't know.
Well, Star Trek, he makes a Star Trek reference because Star Trek does this as well.
Oh,
between Shatner
with
and Spock.
and
It just kind of
Spock,
reminded me of Natasha and Clint. You know, they didn't they didn't do the fire extinguisher, but they were both trying to give themselves.
But
up.
just like Logan yelling at him, like, "No, it's supposed to be me." Just like Ben Affleck yelling at Bruce Willis.
It's my responsibility. It's my job.
Take care of my little girl now. That's your job.
Yeah.
So good.
Sure.
Yeah. So then he says, "I'm Marvel Jesus or Spock." Hard to say. He makes a little fucking V. Logan, of course, is pissed. Wade then grabs some big wire. He's got to grab both wires. He reaches for the other, but he can't reach it. Cassandra's about to destroy his world.
They show like a counter.
Yeah, we see like it's like at 5%. It's about to be killed. But Logan busts in, grabs Wade's hand, and puts his claws in the other machine. Logan's shirt explodes off his chest, and Wade checks out his abs. And this explodes Cassandra and saves the timeline in the process.
Yeah.
And Wade and Logan are presumed dead at this point, of course.
And this is why I've had Madonna stuck in my head for 2 days.
Yeah. Paradox tells Hunter B-15 that Wade and Logan are heroes. He calls them his friends. He's like, "Oh, because of their sacrifice." Yes. And then you hear Wade just like, "Yoo-hoo." And he's like, "Fuck," or whatever. And he's like, "You're right, Paradox. One of us would have been killed, but you put a Deadpool and a Wolverine together and they hold hands and listen to Madonna.
Yeah.
They could do anything."
So great.
B-15 is about to send Wade back to the Void, but Peter says he belongs here, and I guess B-15 likes Peter. That was a weird.
B-15 had some thirsty eyes for Peter.
That was a weird moment.
That was fine.
Like
I
it's
thought it
just
was cute.
B-15 can't fuck?
like they're just looking at each other
Yeah, right.
for like 10 seconds in silence, and then
It's cute.
Paradox like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So Paradox is arrested.
Do you have the line where he refers to his divorce in here? He goes, "Look at this," and he's and freshly off a divorce,
Right.
Because in real life, Hugh Jackman, after being with the same woman for like 30 years,
whole
before
acting
he was
career.
before he was even famous or
Yeah.
anything, just got divorced before shooting this film.
Oh my God,
and
that's real.
he threw that in there, and you're just like, "Oh my God,
Damn.
That's
Maybe-
why he showed up to the premiere with like one of the hottest women in the world, I think, as his date. I forgot, one of the big time hot models, of course, right?
Yeah. So B-15 tells Wade and Logan to rest up because their work is only just getting started. And Wade tells Logan, "Till you're 90," which he says that earlier in the film.
Yep.
But he says it again there. Then Wade asks B-15 to save their friends from the Void, and she says, "I'll see what I can do." Wade also asks B-15 to change Logan's world, but she says the past made Logan who he is today. There's nothing to fix. So obviously that's not happening. So then Wade and Logan go get a bite to eat, and Wade's like, "You know, the Avengers discovered shawarma?"
Yeah.
Shawarma. And then Logan tells Wade they'd be lucky to have you. And then Dogpool finds Wade again. So he's officially his new daddy. Wade and Logan say their goodbyes. He's like, "Will I ever see you around?" And Logan says, "Probably not."
Probably not.
Logan starts to walk away, but then Wade says, "Wait!" And he brings Logan to his apartment, introduces Logan and Dogpool to Blind Al.
That's kind of the most random conversation. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And then we see Wade and Logan hanging out with all of Wade's friends. And Laura! Laura got saved from the Void. Not so much Elektra and Blade, I guess.
Family.
Yeah.
This is a typical
end like a Fast
X.
and Furious movie.
They're all eating around the table. Family.
Logan tells Wade, "Give me the fucking dog and talk to the girl." Wade talks to Vanessa. She says, "You've been busy." And Wade says, "I did it for you. Even if you don't want me, I did it for you." And then she grabs his hand. And the movie ends with Wade saying, "Sometimes the people we save, they save us right back." And the last shot is Deadpool and Wolverine's masks next to each other in a really sweet moment. Like, I actually like that it didn't end in a joke. It ended like, actually, it was heartwarming at the very end. It's like, oh, they're best friends and they love each other.
Every Deadpool movie that they have made has been a love story.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
this continues the trend.
Right. It's
Funny.
That's true.
Great.
Yep. So, amazing. Then we get a mid-credit scene, it's really just a Fox superhero montage to Green Day's "Time of Your Life."
Yep.
Again with this soundtrack, a lot of behind-the-scenes footage.
That was cool, seeing all the stuff like
Yeah.
early
Great.
years, Logan, like
Great.
him just cracking jokes and stuff like that. Like it was really nice to see.
We see old footage of Stan Lee saying "nice suit" to someone, and then Deadpool's like "zip it, Stan Lee," so that they threw like a Stan Lee cameo in there.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And then the post credits, which we were wondering, like, is this going to set something up? It doesn't, but it's still a great scene. We see Deadpool at the TVA, and he shows us the footage of Johnny Storm saying everything that Wade told Cassandra, and he's like, "Gotcha, fuckface."
Yeah. So good.
But yeah, that's the movie. One of the best trilogies ever.
So good.
Like after the Dark Knight trilogy, this is probably beats the X-Men prequel trilogy for me.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough because Days of Future Past is one of my all-time favorites. It's
But
up there, man.
Deadpool 1, 2, and 3 are all amazing.
It's up there.
I would have to say this probably edges out Days of Future Past.
I'll edge you out.
It's close, but
And keyword is edge. We can edge out right now and watch all three.
I think the good thing about this movie is that it's the third installment is. I mean, it might be the best out of the first two.
Well, when you have Wolverine.
Yeah. I mean, it's just great. Usually the third is like,
All three movies are awesome.
but this
They
was
really
just amazing.
And they're all like, even though they all have like a similar theme, like all of them feel different enough.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But fuck. I hope they're in the next Avengers film.
Yeah.
I really do.
so now that we're done going through it, I think you kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, Joe. But my theory was they've got to see as much money as this movie made. They have to realize that these guys need to be at least partially front and center for the Avengers going forward.
Couldn't agree more.
So what would make more sense than they know about the whole theory of the anchor? Iron Man was the anchor for 616. So they've got to find a way to fix that. And maybe they fuck up and bring back Doom instead. Like maybe
That would
that's
be insane.
Maybe that's how that goes.
Yeah, we found a Tony Stark here. Uh-oh.
Not bad, Aaron.
And like
Not bad, Aaron.
because Tony Stark is the smartest man, he knew that they were searching for him, so he made himself look like he was a hero. Oh, that's brilliant. That would be so fucking cool.
Aaron, I think you just got an EP credit.
I'm glad that this doesn't come out for a couple of years because I'll forget everything you said, but
Yeah.
that's a great theory.
Right.
Well, we'll know how right we are if we get some kind of cease and desist
Yes, that's right.
tomorrow.
Right.
The thing about the next Avengers film, they obviously have the villain, but they don't have the Fantastic Four are going to be in it, the Thunderbolts are going to be in it, but none of those actors are big enough to be the star of the film.
No.
So either it's Tom Holland as Spider-Man, or I guess if it's like Spider-Man and Thor together,
yeah.
I guess that could work.
The Hulk. Sure.
But it's not the same as Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. It's just not.
And they're probably going to push Falcon as Captain America.
Of course,
They're
yeah.
going to try to make him
he can be a
front
part
center,
of
too.
it, but he can't be the guy.
Right.
Unless they give him the serum. Maybe he can be.
Well, let's see how this movie goes.
I'm just talking about star power.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
sure.
Like,
Yep.
Robert
you
Downey
got Harrison
Jr.
Ford in this universe now too.
True. It's amazing he's still that like active. He's in his 80s.
Yeah.
He's Joe Biden age, but he's still like all there.
Good for him.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So all right, let's rate it
Okay.
as a legit movie.
Oh, as a legit movie, this is a 9,
9.
maybe 10.
I like 9.
This is
but as a legit
really,
movie.
really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 9's right.
Okay, fair enough. As a Deadpool movie.
Did you?
Yeah,
wanna rate?
9. 9's
Yeah.
good. As a Deadpool movie.
A 6? No, I'm kidding. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10,
10 out of
10.
10.
As a Wolverine movie.
It's a 10.
But I really love Logan.
No, it's a 10.
9.5.
Well, they could both be 10s.
9.5.
Sure.
This is
And
the
as
most,
a Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
20.
1,000.
12.
20.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
So what was all of our biggest pop moment for the movie?
Good one.
I don't think there's one particular moment, but the thing that I love the most was just the amount of time that Deadpool and Wolverine fought. It was so many different times.
The second fight was
So
awesome.
The
great.
second fight was so good.
I think just seeing Chris Evans, because that wasn't spoiled for me. Chris
That was
Evans
awesome.
being in this movie And then a few minutes later saying "Flame On." Oh my God, love Johnny Storm. I love his Johnny Storm. So yeah,
Oddly enough, I think mine was Channing Tatum as Gambit.
it's huge.
I didn't have it spoiled. I didn't see it coming.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know. I think right now I gotta say the montage of him finding all the different Logans.
Yeah.
To that's the power of love.
And getting murdered by all of them.
Yeah. Right.
All right, I have some stats here. It's the biggest R-rated debut ever. It opened to, like we said earlier, 438 million worldwide. Eighth biggest domestic debut
I can see it.
Wow.
ever.
Awesome.
Deadpool Wolverine director Sean Levy was desperate for sequel ideas before Hugh Jackman signed on. One was to mock Disney by revealing Deadpool was the hunter who shot Bambi's mother. They pitched this to Kevin Feige, who immediately said, "No, we don't fuck with Bambi."
That's funny.
I don't wonder how true that is. This will be the first movie franchise to pass 30 billion worldwide.
Wow.
That's
they also did Hot Ones, which I recommend you watch if you didn't watch it. And Ryan Reynolds said, like, what I originally wanted to do for this, obviously he knows he can't, but he was like, I wanted to announce that me and Hugh were doing this buddy cop movie where we both share one body. But then 5 minutes into the movie, he's like, 10 people would show up. But then 5 minutes into the movie, it turns into Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh my
God.
God.
Like, that's his dream to, like, because you could tell he's like, I don't want to show anyone anything. But
Yeah.
of course you have to show trailers. But, like, that's his way of being like, yeah, and then it's Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh my God. That'd be amazing.
It's so great.
We're always like wondering when Mephisto is going to show up, right?
Right.
And like he was considered to be a main villain according to Ryan Reynolds, but they changed to Miss Nova. First R-rated movie directly distributed under the Walt Disney Studio Motion Pictures.
Wow.
Oh wow!
Isn't that crazy?
Fancy, yeah, because it's been Fox before then.
Yeah. All right. How many
Wow.
times?
What's up, motherfuckers?
How many times has Hugh Jackman played Wolverine?
X-Men 1, 2, and 3. X-Men Origins Wolverine. X-Men First Class cameo. X-Men Days of Future Past. X-Men
I
Apocalypse.
think he's gonna do it.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Is there another one?
I was gonna say 10.
Logan.
Logan 9. Is there anything else that we're missing? Is there anything else?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
One more?
Yeah.
It was 10. Nice.
What is it?
I don't know
Hold
if you
on.
mentioned. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, he did 2 standalone movies, kind of the origins. Did you
Oh,
mention-
the other Wolverine one. Well, I
Yeah,
mentioned
and-
Origins.
Oh, the
You did.
Wolverine.
yeah.
So the
Right,
Japanese
Right,
one.
there were
Yeah.
2. Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
right, of
Wolverine.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I like that one. Then
Not
the
bad.
end
Yeah,
got
same.
the end just fell apart, but
Yeah.
the rest of the movie's great.
Right. There you go.
Tan.
Done with fun facts.
Wow. All right, cool. Anyone else have anything to say, or should we go to fan questions?
Let's go. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no? Okay. All right. Crispin Wah, but it's spelled differently.
Crispin.
It's clever.
Wah. Yep.
Let's sleep in your bed. Give belly rubs. Take to the pound. Dog pool. Airbud. Mr. Beefy from Little Nicky. Josh, I'll let you answer this.
I don't know Airbud, so I'm gonna take him to the pound.
Aw.
It's probably the one you should keep. But
I'll give belly rubs to.
can do everything.
Yeah.
Wait, it's belly rubs or sleep in the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep in the bed, dog pool, and belly rubs to
Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Mr. Beefy.
Yeah.
I think that's the right order.
No. Airbud's clearly the best.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He can play There ain't no rules that say dog can't play basketball.
There's no rules that say dogs can't play basketball. There's no rules that dogs can't play baseball. There's no rules that dogs can't play football. It's every movie.
Yeah. Golden receiver.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Tone EC, do you think Marvel is pulling a Rise of Skywalker with rehiring the Russos and Robert Downey Jr. because we all know how that went?
No.
How dare you?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Have a little
That's
faith.
different.
Yeah, no, dear God. Gerardo, wow, what a fucking movie. You know the movie was awesome when the cameos weren't the best part. See, everyone has that's the thing about this movie. Everyone has a favorite different moment. I think we all had something different, right?
Yes.
No,
It's fucking
like
crazy.
you mentioned, the cameos were great, but it wasn't about the cameos.
Yeah.
It was about everything.
Yeah. Dylan, first thing, this movie was fucking awesome, and I went Thursday night at AMC, and I couldn't get a Wolverine bucket to fuck, so that was my only gripe. Second thing, from what I've read and I've been told, there's a comic storyline about Doom becoming Iron Man and Tony becoming Doom or some shit. I'm paraphrasing, but honestly, haven't been this hopeful about Marvel in a long time. Of course, we have a right to feel hopeful about Marvel. They just finally put out a great movie again.
Hell of a fucking few days we've had. Jesus.
And Robert
Yeah, I
Downey
know,
Jr.
right?
is back, bitches.
Yeah.
What was the last phase? It was phase 4?
I don't know.
So, but we'll just consider this the new phase of Marvel. Last phase sucked ass. They took a lot of L's.
Shit phase.
They learned a lot of lessons, but now we're in the rebirth, the Phoenix, as you might call. So, I think we're going to see some positive things moving forward.
Noise.
Yeah. Bill Capri might be alone, but does anyone think this movie could have been better? The plot was messy. The villain sucked. The villain's feelings were hurt, so she tried to destroy everything in a multiverse-level threat. Well, that's usually most villains. I mean, their feelings get hurt. Also, I guess Peter ending the Deadpool war was supposed to be funny. There's no way they couldn't make it better. I mean, I disagree. I think the movie was great.
Some nitpicks for sure, but I mean, I think it's a
Just
good
because you wanted like
fun.
a certain cameo to happen. Again, the plot being messy, I don't really care about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. KJ, how much TV do you guys think you consume each week? Also, why was Thor crying?
Good.
I mean, between Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, I don't want to know.
I don't know. It's a lot.
Hogwash.
I've been watching Receiver on Netflix. It's amazing.
Your
I
job.
haven't
love
even
it.
seen that yet.
My job alone.
'Cause Alvin
Yeah.
Ross-
I don't even count that, but yeah, I guess so.
It's Justin Jefferson. Who's the receivers on that?
It's Justin Jefferson, Kittle, Debo, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Exactly, that's what I thought.
And Devontae Adams.
Fuck,
Wow.
I need to watch that.
Show is awesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch quarterback because Mahomes is so cringe.
Yeah.
Like but receiver is awesome. Cool.
Yeah, I watch too much TV, that's for sure.
Pop culture junkie. What's the magic number they gave Robert Downey Jr. to return?
100. That's my guess.
Just for one movie? Yeah,
Per movie.
probably.
Gonna make $1 billion.
Because I think I read that he got 60 for Endgame. So
100.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Steve the Don Valente, is the MCU back? Fuck yes. Lil Donnie's Choo Choo Train. This is pretty long. Holy fuck. Baby daddy Henry Cavill is the Calvarine.
That's right.
I don't know if I have any more nut to bust. Holy fuck. Wolverine, the classic brown and yellow is my personal favorite.
Yeah, that was good.
About Robert Downey Jr., I have mixed feelings. I'm a little disappointed the studio just scrapped an entire franchise and story for Kang over one little arrest. It wasn't one.
One little rest.
Kind of a big one.
Yikes.
Just over a few dozen rapes. Come on, guys.
Well, he's saying as opposed to recast it. Like, just recast it.
Right.
I mean, at this point, there's no way you can recast
Well,
that
there
guy.
is-
He was supposed to be the main villain.
Someone posted a tweet from December when they announced they fired Jonathan Majors, and it was a photo of Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. But it was
I saw
like,
that, right.
just hear me out, and it was his face on Kang's body. Like,
We pretty much got that.
it's like, what if they go back like, no, look at the mid-credit scene in Ant-Man 3 when it shows like the 1,000 Kangs. It's like, no, zoom in, and then it's black Robert Downey Jr. Oh my god. Certainly, Deadpool and Wolverine had a lot. All those villains did not look like the original actors, especially Psylocke. That was Olivia Munn. I know those tits anywhere.
Yeah.
P.S. Why was Thor holding Loki? Well, no, he says Loki. I guess he meant Deadpool, though.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think we'll find out.
Yeah.
Seems we gotta.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ryan Reynolds wouldn't tease that and then not show it.
That and Marvel's been really good at long-term storytelling.
Of course.
Anthony Piccone, name a timeout you were more shocked in a movie than when you heard Flame On.
Just incredible.
This movie was amazing. A time, I mean, yeah. When Captain America had the hammer, everyone just was.
Yeah.
Eric Hamilton almost died.
Yeah. He did. And then the Avengers.
Assemble.
Honors.
Avengers!
Come in me.
That happened in this one.
Yeah, it sure
come
did.
inside me.
That sure did.
Carlos Ramirez, Money, the true enemy of proper storytelling. Loved the Fox Marvel tribute at the end. Those movies weren't perfect, but they're better than today's crap.
Yeah, again, they've been making
Some of
fun
them.
of 20th Century Fox the whole movie, kind of.
Yeah.
Then at the end, they're like, hey, Thank you so much.
Well, that's the thing is like the MCU, does it exist without Fox? Fox started it. X-Men was the first one.
Yeah, probably not.
You know? Joel Hansen, which Deadpool variant is your favorite and least favorite and why?
Oh, God.
Least favorite is Dogpool.
Dogpool.
Josh, favorite Dogpool?
Get the fuck out of here. Dogpool's great. Hey, if we're not counting Prime Deadpool, Prime
Yeah.
Deadpool is great.
Variant.
I think Nice
Variants.
Pool is just great. He's
Nice
so
Pool is
funny.
the best
Nice
one.
Pool's fun. He's a solid 2 in any movie for sure.
So who's your worst?
Worst, I don't know. I guess Lady Deadpool maybe.
Yeah,
Mine
of course,
was
Josh.
Deadpool.
Of course,
'Cause
Lady
I don't get
Pool.
it.
Lady
Like head
Pool?
pull, I don't get it. Like
Yeah.
just a bobbing head. I don't know what's going on there.
Lady Pool is your least favorite.
Of course, because she gives blowjobs. What's next?
Can't she? She's got a mask on. I don't
come
know.
on. Yeah, 'cause
But
Wade doesn't
Joe,
lift his
If
mask.
you see how Ryan Reynolds' face is, you want a blowjob from Deadpool like that?
Sure.
Okay, all right.
You mean him, right?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
as a
lady. Oh, you meant
Josh.
lady.
Lady
Or her
Deadpool.
too. Sure.
Yes.
A beige is a beige, all right?
Yeah. Come on.
Man, woman, whatever. It doesn't matter.
2024.
My least favorite is the hot female version.
How the fuck do you know she's a hot female
Wow, Josh.
version? She's got tits, sure.
It's Blake Lively under there.
Yeah,
Confirmed.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Okay, you got me. You got me. Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
You brought him back.
That was a mistake. Derzako, I think it's a 9 out of 10. The cameos are great, but I think Blade and the others could have gotten a little bit more screen/fight time. I mean, we call it cameos, but they're in so much of the movie that you really wouldn't call it a cameo.
Right.
So it's more than a cameo.
Yep.
Like
It was
they're
perfect.
in 20 minutes of the movie.
It was a perfect amount of time for me.
Yes.
Yeah, Jay Uso, Eater of Worlds. Okay. Have you guys watched the trailer for DC Creature Commandos? Josh mentioned it earlier. You said it looks good. Who are some of the people in it?
I don't know very many of the people. It's
It's not anyone like popular.
No. I mean, Amanda Waller, of course, is still in it.
Oh, okay.
I think Rick Flag is leading the team, or maybe like someone like that. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Oh, so it's another Waller team.
Weasel is still in there.
It's another Waller like Suicide Squad
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah, it's just with a different level of characters.
Oh, gotcha.
But Weasel, who was in Suicide Squad 2 or 1,
well, the reboot.
the
Yeah.
reboot, yeah, he's in there. So that was nice.
So this is going to be like rated R then, or
Oh,
TVMA
yeah.
or
no,
whatever.
it's
Okay.
it's dark.
Oh, that's promising. Then.
what
Sean
I'm saying.
Gunn, Alan Tudyk. He's been on some stuff. Oh, David Harbour. It's going to be the Frankenstein guy.
Oh, right.
Lydia
Harbour.
Varma's been in some
Bride
stuff.
of Frankenstein. Interesting.
Yeah.
There's a Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. Okay.
No, it looks interesting. Watch it.
I don't see any other big names.
Yeah. That's all for fan questions and comments. So I guess that's it, guys. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
What a fucking film.
Yes.
I already pre-ordered the Steelbook. I don't even know what it looks like, but no, I didn't yet. But
Why
as
was
soon as
Thor
it becomes,
crying?
we're gonna find out in a few years, probably.
A few years.
Yeah. Until then, make sure you subscribe to our podcast wherever you're viewing us. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Hollywood Hog Pod. Become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. We're probably doing X-Men 97 starting this week, so go check it out and go get your Deadpool keychain t-shirt like I did.
It's a great shirt.
But yeah, we'll see you guys next time.